All right, so I'm trying to make a video here explaining on the biggest thing that I guess ever since I've been detailing is people just generally come up and ask how much to ceramic coat my car, truck, boat, whatever. And there's so many variables. Some people are really educated about the process of detailing a car, cleaning, maintaining a car so it looks good. Some people just buy the car, throw gas in it, and they really don't know much about it. So in general, they just ask, well, how much? And it's actually kind of complicated from my point of view, a detailer's point of view, because obviously you want someone's business, but I personally am not about volume. I do one car at a time, and I really address the issues of what the customer wants. This car in particular, it's a 2011 truck. It's for my friend's father-in-law that passed away. It's a very special truck. So on this, I offered to polish and ceramic coat it. Now, one of the things that, which is standard for me to do, but one of the things that you really have to assess is the condition of the paint. When you look at the car, you know, for the most part, all the paint is really well intact. There's some rhino lining on the bottom, which is super nice to have, especially in roads and salt environments like here up in Michigan. And one of the things I'm also doing is I am dressing the frame. You can see I started cleaning and repainting frame members. And I'm going around this entire truck. And I am putting primer on, putting a good rust protecting paint, something long lasting, high heat temperature for components that do get heat. Even the screws that were in the fender liners, we're repainting. New tow hooks putting on it. This, where the windshield wiper, the cowl, I restained this with trim paint. It was all white, hazy, dull looking. Spent a good hour doing that one. And then I did the rear bumper. The rear bumper, you can see the original color of the bumper. And then after I colored it, and it's dry, right? Now it's dusty because I'm just continuing the compound. But underneath the frame, when you look, we are going with wire brushes and cleaning up and repainting all this to try to restore it as much as possible. But look, this is 2011 paint, right? And I've taken out a lot of scratches. Sorry you can't see my face. Now, what I'm doing here, this is crucial. This is the thing I learned about in training. What does the paint say? Well, let me show you the difference that when that how much does it cost to do something comes into play. This is the hood. The hood has been repainted. The fender is stock paint. The driver door is stock paint. The passenger door on the driver's side is stock paint. 3.5 mils. This whole panel was replaced, and the paint was not put on thick at all. That's very minimal paint. The tailgate, repainted. See, you're dealing with substrate, clear coat that's been sanded, new paint put on, and then clear coat. Or clear coat sanded off, left the base coat, and just put a thicker clear coat on. You don't know. This side has been repainted. Some portions of it. So this is what comes to mind when someone asks how much. This is the first thing that runs through my mind. What is the paint like? Boom. See that? Something happened. Body work. Bondo. Don't know. That's very thin. So to go from 11 to 3, 5 there, you know what I mean? That's the biggest thing that a lot of people, when they get a car, especially if you buy a used car, you don't know what the story is behind the paint of the car. So for me, it's figuring out how much polishing is needed to really maximize the clarity of the paint, and then getting swirls out, and then getting scratches. And you have some really deep scratches, and then you have light scratches. And the amount that you're compounding and taking out reduces that paint thickness. So you really have to be careful. This job right here is a very complex job. Each panel is different. I gotta measure how much heat is on that paint and keep reading the paint thickness to see how much I'm taking off. Because every time you compound and polish a car, you're taking away the clear coat. When I ceramic coat this thing, I'll put 2 coats on it, and that'll really fortify the paint that is there to help maximize the longevity of the color of the paint, and then protecting it from the elements and stuff like that. And with proper washing techniques, which in this case, this dude's got it dialed in because I built this for him, and I love this setup. So, we're getting the engine dialed in, completely dressed up, repainting all the screws. Then we got to work on the interior. It had a leak. So we're pulling the seats, making sure there's no mold, and getting it really dialed in. And the leak came from that up there. The OEM light was leaking. So I just wanted to explain that. When you really, if you buy a brand new car and you know it hasn't been monkeyed with paint-wise and everything like that, your paint normally is around, I don't know, 5 to 7 mils. And that has a lot of base coat in it and a lot of clear coat. So shouldn't be a lot to polish on it. Ceramic coating a car from the get-go when it's brand new is ideally the best protection and investment for that car. Cars are not cheap now. And the time that it takes to do a new car, I'll have over 60 hours in this truck alone. And this is probably like a $3,000 plus job. I mean, I'm doing this as a work trade, but ideally, that's probably what I would charge to do the paint, ceramic coat it, and do the interior. Now, the whole framework and everything that I'm doing, that's all like bonus. Just me being very attentive to detail, and I know how to do this work, and it's gonna just add the cherry on top to the restoration of this truck. So that's way more extensive work. But as far as the paint is concerned, it has literally taken me a lot of compounding steps for each panel to use. I mean, I have 4 different machines that I'm running. And then even this $600 polisher to just get in tight spots to do it even that more detailed. But anyway, I just wanted to showcase that. When you go to a detailing shop and you just ask how much, that's what generally goes through people, the detailer, the business owner's mind especially. Well, how much time do I have to spend on this car to dial it in to my standards to meet your expectations? You could do anything, lazy and cut corners and stuff like that. But I found that in, 15 years that I've been doing this, I've never had a car come back to me where someone was disappointed in my work just because it's really important to them. And this is what I do, and I'm gonna do what I say I'm going to do. And I just don't like doing volume. If I had multiple helpers, 2 or 3 guys that had the same work ethic and standards that I would demand, and they performed, we were able to do more cars, that'd be a different story. But, with my case now and everything, with my back and then just my continuing treatments, this is what I can do, and I'm really happy. It's still difficult for me to do, but I do it because it's my life, and I just want to keep doing things that I enjoy. And I became very good at it, and I'm very grateful for the gift that I have to do this kind of stuff. So I just wanted to hop on here and explain. I know it's lengthy, but it's just not simple unless you have an absolute brand new car. And even on new cars, they do need polishing because they come with shrink wrap on it. They get on railroad cars. They have iron rail dust. They have oil all over it from different people handling it and stuff like that. So it all needs to be decontaminated, lightly polished, so the material, all the surfaces, the glass, the paint, the metal, the trim, can absorb or have the ceramic coating bond to it. So that can be the protecting layer of that. And that's what you want, a real quality job. So it takes time. This I learned a long time ago. This is art. This is not like just quick, I'm way past the $20 bucket wash thing that I used to think was, just detailing, This I love doing. Anyway, thanks.